Hello everyone. My name is Shelby. Welcome back to my channel, Grace with Books. Today I'm going to be starting the process for completely reorganizing my bookshelves and my book nook in general. I have no idea how long this process is going to take. All I do know is that my shelves are a mess. The back of the shelf, of the physical shelf, is broken. And just this entire area is a mess. So I have decided to start the journey of starting to clean all this shit up and really get organized. This is all gonna be one video, but I'm gonna have it sort of sectioned into parts. I'm first going to be doing an unhaul where I look at the books on my shelf and sort of take off the ones I no longer want on there, and those I will be either doing giveaways for or donating to charity. So please let me know which books you would like to see up for giveaways, because I think that'll be fun. And then after I've unhauled the books I don't want, I'm going to take all of the books off the shelf, fix the physical shelf, and then work on reorganizing the books back on there and sort of just cleaning up this whole little nook area to suit my needs better. I have been wanting to do this for such a long time, but you know, it's been a little hard and now I have a lot of free time, so I think it is the perfect time to do it. So yeah, we're going to start that process today, and I'm hoping this video won't be like too long. I'm hoping editing will make it go by faster, but I'm really excited to be showing you guys this journey with me because these bookshelves have been static since I got them. Like, they've always just sort of been this, and I can't wait to finally sort of reorganize it and have it be something new. So yes, that is the plan, and we're going to get started with the unhaul, and I'm going to sort of show you the books I want to get rid of after that. So let's go. So in total, I removed about 28 books from my shelves, and I'm going to quickly run through all of them as quick as I can. And if you are interested in having them as a giveaway at some point, comment below. Otherwise, I'm planning on donating these to a charity. The first two books I would like to unhaul are The Crown's Game and The Crown's Fate, both by Evelyn Skye. I liked The Crown's Game. I read it for the Reading Rush in 2019. Did not like The Crown's Fate as much. Actually disliked it a lot. And honestly, I just can't see myself rereading these books. I can't see myself just like looking at them ever again. It's like once was enough, so there's just no reason for them to be taking up room on my shelves in the place of books I actually do want to read, so these are going to go. The next book I'm going to remove is The Shadow Queen by CJ Redwine. This is a Snow White retelling that was okay. There were parts of it I enjoyed, but parts of it that felt like really overdone and a lot like so many other Snow White retellings I've seen before, such as Mirror Mirror. So if you're looking for just like a really easy read, this is good, but it was okay. And once again, I just really don't want it taking up room on my shelf when I know I'm never even gonna look at it again. The next book is one that I really disliked, actually. I just felt that there was really no plot and no point to it at all, and that is The Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead. Now, I really liked the Vampire Academy series by her, but this just fell short for me, and I just really disliked it, and it just sort of felt boring the entire time I was reading it. I really regret it. So definitely this is one that I'm going to be removing. Next up, I have Last Year's Mistake by Gina Kioka, and this is a book that I read back in 2016. It's sort of been collecting dust on my shelf since then, and I'd really like to give someone else a chance to read it because this is a good romance, but I totally forgot it was there, so obviously that means I'm done with it and it's time to pass it on to someone who will appreciate it more. Next up, we have The Tenderness of Thieves by Donna Freitas, and I think this is like a mystery romance. Once again, this is one of those books that I just haven't read in a really long time, and it's sort of time for me to pass it on. I do remember remember enjoying this book, but it's time for someone else to have it now. Up next, we have Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick. I literally bought this book because I really enjoyed the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick, and I thought I would like another book of hers, but honestly, I got this years ago and only have gotten to the first chapter. So this is just simply a book I'd never see myself getting through. So, you know, it's time to pass it on, and it's time to get rid of it off my shelves. Next one is really sad for me to get rid of because I was really excited about this book, and it's one of my biggest disappointments of the year so far, and that is Eight Will Fall by Sarah Harrian, and this is the Fairy Loot edition. So it has the exclusive cover, it has the artwork on the dust jacket, so maybe I will give this one away if you want to try it, but honestly, I just didn't connect to the characters, and that's really what I didn't like about this book. Now we have a full trilogy I'm getting rid of, The Perfected Trilogy by Kate Jarvik Birch. I read the first two books, started the third book, didn't really enjoy it. I read these books so long ago. I just never see myself really reading them again, and now I'm going to pass them on to some other young girl who would like to read them. They have really interesting covers. They're just like dresses and cages, and yeah, it's fun. So next is this series. Next up, we had the Vampire Academy series by Rachel Mead. I actually don't have the full series. I literally just have 1, 3, and 4. I like the Vampire Academy series. I like Rachel Mead writing in this, but I never see myself completing this collection or ever reading them again, really, so it's time for me to pass these on to someone else who will enjoy them. The last book from this pile is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I don't know why. This book, I just could not get me. Passenger tells a story about like a woman who can like travel through time, I guess, but she doesn't really know she has that ability, and there's this whole family who's trying to gain power by time traveling, and I don't even know. I started it last year. I read the whole thing, and I just could not bring myself to pick up the second book in the series. So obviously that's a bad sign when I don't even want to continue with this series. So yeah, this is going to be passed on to someone who might enjoy it more. Next up, we have Courting Darkness by Robin Lefevers. I don't know why I ever started this book, really. Like, it's just sort of been sitting on my shelf, and I've never really picked it up to read it. It doesn't really interest me. I don't know why I got it. I don't even remember getting it. I'm pretty sure one day it just appeared on my shelf. So we are giving this to someone who will appreciate it more. Let me know if that is you. Next up, we have These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I thought this book was interesting, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite book. Sci-fi romance thing, two people trapped on an abandoned planet. I know there's a whole series. I did not continue with that series, obviously, and I just never see myself reading this again. The next book I'm going to be unhauling is Fever by Lauren DeStefano. I really like Lauren DeStefano. I really enjoyed this series, actually. This is actually the second book, I'm pretty sure, in the series. Like, legitimately, the first book is called Wither. I don't know why I only own the second book. I haven't read this book in years and years and years, but I really liked it when I was younger, so, you know, maybe someone else will also enjoy the series and be inspired to buy the first book after I have donated the second book. I don't know. The next book I am unhauling is Beauty's Daughter by Carolyn Meyer. This is the story of the daughter of Helen of Troy. I read it a long time ago when I was really deep into my Greek mythology phase. I found it, thought it was really interesting. It was actually super boring. I did not enjoy this book at all. I'm getting rid of it. The next book I'm going to talk about you actually have heard me complain about before last year when I read it, and that is A Touch of Gold by Annie Sullivan, and I just simply did not enjoy this book. I thought it was a big letdown. I was super excited to have a King Midas retelling. I thought that sounded so cool, but of course it fell extremely short. It just wasn't what I expected it to be. It was super predictable, and I don't really want it on my shelf, so goodbye. Next up is Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken, which is the second book in the Darkest Minds series. I only read the first book of the Darkest Minds series, and I picked up the second, never read it. So here we are. I've only ever read one book of the Darkest Minds series, and this is the second book, which has never been read despite it having some damage. Aww. But still, it's gotta go because I don't foresee a situation where I'd read it, so it's gonna go by. Someone else can enjoy it now. The next book that I'm going to be unhauling is called Valiant by Marie DeStefano. I like this book. It was sent to me after I won a contest winning an arc of this book. I liked it. It's about aliens. It's about a girl trying to save her brother with the help of her best friend, and it's a very classic young adult book, but you know, it's just something I'll never read again, so I'd rather give it to someone who would. Next up we have Unhooked by Lisa Maxwell, and this is the same person who wrote the Last Magician series, which is really good. Unhooked is obviously a Neverland retelling, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super interesting how she sort of changed what we know of Neverland, and it just was really easy to get lost in this world, and I really want someone else to enjoy it and read it because it's sadly just been sitting on my shelf, not getting any love, so I'd like to give it to someone who will love it as much as I did. The next two books we have, I bought on a whim because they were on sale, but little did I know that I would not enjoy them that much, and that would be the Shadow Falls series by CC Hunter. Yes, so this has book 1 and 2, and this is book 3 and 4, so you really get the whole series in this little set I'm giving you. It's about like this girl named Kylie who finds herself at this supernatural camp, not knowing that she herself is supernatural, and she's caught in a love triangle and yada yada yada. It sounded good to my young adult self, but then really it was just so derivative of other young adult books that I was just like, I can't read this again. I can't read the same plot in another story. So I'm deciding to give these books away. The last two books I'm going to give away are The Raven Boys and Dream Thieves. I said that in the wrong order. The Raven Boys and Dream Thieves. I have had a lot of trouble with this book, and I understand it's such a favorite, but I don't know why. I can't get into it. I tried The Raven Boys, like it took me 2 times to really understand it and like it, and then I just hated Dream Thieves so much. So I don't foresee myself getting the other books, so I'd rather give these to someone who would enjoy them. Everyone loves these books, and I just simply could not get into them. And on the other hand, Maggie Stiefvater's other series, Shiver, which everyone like has really mixed feelings about, I actually loved that series. So maybe my brain is wired differently. I don't know. But those are the last books I am planning to unhaul from my shelves. So as I said before, please comment below if you're interested in having a giveaway for any of these. I would love to know. And other than that, they are going to be given to charity, which I think is going to be really great to get some people reading who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford books. So super excited about that. And now is the fun part. I don't know if I'm actually going to get to it today. This might be like a 2-day project, but we are going to empty my shelves of books, fix the physical shelves because they're sort of coming apart right there, and we are just gonna redo all of it, and it's gonna be amazing and a lot of work, but I'm really excited for it. And yeah, that's the plan. Hi, so it's a little later in the day, and I think that I'm going to start with just these 2 shelves. I'm just gonna take everything off these 2 shelves and get those organized by genres and things like that. I haven't actually worked out how I want to organize my shelves yet, so I will keep thinking on that, but I do know that I want to start with these 2 shelves, get everything off them, and then tomorrow come back and start to do all the rest of them, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shelves to do, and there's a lot of books on each of them. So we're gonna start slowly with just the first 2 and work up from there. So yeah, let's get started with that. Morning guys! Welcome to day 2 of bookshelf reorganization. As I said a few seconds ago for you, but yesterday for me, I'm going to finish emptying out the shelves today. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get everything done today. I have a whole day ahead of me here, and I'm hoping to clear it out, organize, put them back on, and make this whole little nookish area pretty. And I'm gonna need coffee for that. Let's get to it. Let's just take all this stuff. Oh my god, it's gonna be so much work. Okay, so after some painstaking work, this is all clear. I'm now going to attempt to move it down to the floor and use my super great handyman skills to fix it. and then put all these books back on in the order that I want them. So please wish me luck because I have actually no faith in myself, but we're gonna do it anyway because yeah, fun. So all the shelves are done and the bottom part is fixed, and now we are going to move on to this extremely large pile of books I now get to organize. Yay! So I have finished putting up the bookshelf and all the things on there, and now I'm surrounded by all these books that we are going to put back on the shelves. And I think I've sort of figured out how I want to organize it. I think that I personally like things alphabetized. That's how I like my series. So I think that instead of doing it like rainbow or anything like that, I would like to alphabetize it by author and then by series and then also by genre, which sounds super complicated, but I think that's how I'm gonna want to do it. So I'm gonna do alphabetical contemporaries on top, my fantasies and sci-fis in the middle because that's usually what I read most of, and then graphic novels and other types of books. Like I have coloring books and self-help books, some psych books. So that's really how I'm planning on organizing it, doing contemporaries, fantasies, sci-fi, graphic novels, miscellaneous on the bottom, and all within those categories have it alphabetized. Sounds super complicated. I'm first just going to alphabetize all the books. So I've sort of already started. I have everything through O. So I'm going to alphabetize and then do genre and then finally put them up there. And that sounds so incredibly complicated, but it's what we're gonna do. Also, you may have noticed this little fixture right here. This actually does have some books on it. This has like the books I want to read soon, like my TBR almost. And inside these things are props for Bookstagram and booktube things in there. So I'll also be organizing that after this is all done. So let's get to alphabetizing. I love this part. I love organizing. So the books are in alphabetical order, and now we're gonna split them up sort of by genre, and I'm gonna start putting them on here as I go because I think that'll be the best way to do it. And yeah, let's just get started because this is gonna take a while. bookshelf is finally done and at a place where I really like it. I had to fudge around a bit with the last names in order to get everything to fit. But overall, it is in pretty much alphabetical order by author, and I'm really, really happy with it. And now the final step of this area is to just get this little nook in a good place to read. So we're gonna decorate now, and I'm really excited. Okay everyone, I hope you enjoyed this bookshelf reorganization slash unhaul video. We did a lot, I know, it was a lot of stuff, but it's something that I finally needed to do, and I'm so excited that I got to videotape it for you guys. I'm hoping to get to an actual bookshelf tour soon. Maybe I'll eventually count how many books I have. That would be great. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bell to get updates on when I post. I'm posting every single Monday and Thursday now, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!